took me to the temple, and took the measure of the uprights, 6 cubits wide on one side, and 6 cubits wide on the other. And the door opening was 10 cubits wide, and the side walls of the door opening were 5 cubits on one side and 5 cubits on the other, and it was 40 cubits long and 20 cubits wide. And he went inside and took the measure of the upright of the door opening, 2 cubits, and the door opening 6 cubits, and the side walls of the door opening were 7 cubits on one side and 7 cubits on the other. And by its measure it was 20 cubits long and 20 cubits wide in front of the temple. And he said to me, "This is the most holy place." Then he took the measure of the wall of the house, which was 6 cubits, and of the side rooms round the house, which were 4 cubits wide. And the side rooms, room over room, were 3 times 30. There were inlets in the wall of the house for the side rooms round about, for support in the wall of the house. The side rooms became wider as they went higher up the house, by the amount of the space let into the wall up round about the house, because of the inlets in the house. And one went up from the lowest floor by steps to the middle, and from the middle to the upper floor. And I saw that the house had a stone floor all around. The bases of the side rooms were a full rod of 6 great cubits high. The wall supporting the side rooms on the outside was 5 cubits thick, and there was a free space of 5 cubits between the side rooms of the house. And between the rooms was a space 20 cubits wide all around the house. And the free space had doors opening from the side rooms, one door on the north and one door on the south. And the free space was 5 cubits wide all around. And the building which was in front of the separate place at the side to the west was 70 cubits wide. The wall of the building was 5 cubits thick all around and 90 cubits long. And he took the measure of the house. It was 100 cubits long, and the separate place and the building with its walls was 100 cubits long. And the east front of the house and of the separate place was 100 cubits wide. And he took the measure of the building in front of the separate place, which was at the back of it, and the pillared walks on one side and on the other side. They were 100 cubits long. And the temple on the inner part and its outer covered way were covered in it. And the sloping windows and the covered ways round all 3 of them were of shaked wood all round from the level of the earth up to the windows. And there was a roof over the doorway, and as far as the inner house, and to the outside and on the wall all round, inside and outside. And it had picture forms of winged beam and palm trees, a palm tree between 2 winged ones, and every winged one had 2 faces. So that there was the face of a man turned to the palm tree on one side, and the face of a young lion on the other side. So it was made all around the house. For another level up to the window, there were winged ones and palm trees pictured on the wall. The doorposts of the nave were squared, and in front of the holy place, the altar was made of wood, and was 3 cubits high and 2 cubits long. It had angles, and its base and sides were of wood. And he said to me, "This is the table which is before the Lord." The temple had 2 doors, and the holy place had 2 doors, and the doors had 2 turning leaves, 2 for one and 2 for the other. And on the door of the nave were carved cherubim palm trees, such as were carved on the walls. And there was a canopy of wood in front of the vestibule outside. And there were narrow windows and palm trees on either side, on the side walls of the vestibule, the side chambers of the temple, and the canopies.